Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I giving out tricks. I didn't know that. So we gotta get busy, Jill. We gotta get busy. This idiot. How you gonna say you sent to? I just said I sent the invite, you dumbass. Niggas is retarded, what? What up, though? Nah, it's not gonna transfer your playbook over. You gotta make a new one. Mm. Word up. Bye bye. This nigga sending me an invite from the wrong damn league, dummy. Let's get right, fellas. Let's get right here.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants.
Yeah, that should have shared everybody in the party. You put nose just here, your boys.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Pettis on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, I got mine in there.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. And holds it in. And we'll have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Get out.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one.
7 to 10 tonight.
The game the underneath stuff, you got to go and make the tackle right away. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
56, check 56.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, there you
He's
go.
got the hook
There you
up
go.
here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter.
Oh, that's Ken.
Not following orders. And Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
I've been in that shit for a minute. I like that.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one.
Oh, come on. What the hell was that?
Incomplete.
Oh, they
Good
played
effort there,
right
trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. of the gun. They'll look to throw.
I did not mean to throw that to him. I did not mean to throw that.
It'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. Wow. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton.
They've been out for a minute. They're coming back out. That shit good.
The new campaign. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there.
It's like back in the first season.
A long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, my goodness. Where is this nigga throwing the ball?
Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones. Caught right side, Tate. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Giants.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones steps away to his left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that that'll make it third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Jones to throw on third down.
Come on, y'all just let him shoot. Y'all just let him
And he
go
will
right
have the
on.
Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Giants first down.
6-0 our score after one.
The score, Giants 6, Bears nothing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Bears nothing.
And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Side on the swing pass.
Why do they keep
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Tate to return it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Their own 43-yard line.
Let's get this shit together.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Jones now on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing, Jones. The open man is Smith. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Trying to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Giants add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
19, Bears nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Gonna let one fly.
Throw it in bounds. There's two people right there.
It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Jesus
Allen
Christ.
Robinson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Wow.
And for the
Wow.
third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
All right. I just game over.
Picked up by the Michigan man,
keep
Jabril
on me like
Peppers.
this.
The pass intercepted by the Giants. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 6 there on first.
47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
The field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
Okay. All right.
And this
Come on.
is
Still
off
in it.
target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's
Stop.
no
Go
good.
ahead.
So we
Stop.
reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now it's Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery.
Come
And they're
on.
gonna stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. He's going to take another shot here.
Hold on to the ball.
Incomplete.
These
Too
niggas
tough
give
to
me some
hold on to
fucking
that
blocking.
one. It's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, my goodness. He dropped it.
They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now.
He
As
dropped
he'll punt
it
it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Tate.
Let's get a stop.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire half.
There we go. That's what we need. Come on.
Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
These niggas is not blocking nobody, yo. These niggas is not blocking nobody.
But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. With a big catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud, 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Let's go home.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Wow.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Buying time, Jones hit in the ball.
There we go. Let's go.
That's
what we needed. That's what we needed. Come on.
Football and we'll take over at the 24-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery.
Why
2
do they
yards
keep
on the
putting
carry
this
there. It'll be
nigga in the
2nd
game?
down.
I take him out every time
Get
and
him
keep
going
putting
and
him right back
establish the
in.
run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And you know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And there's a familiar sight, Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
So he missed his first couple hits there and puts his team up by more.
And while it wasn't absolutely crucial at that point, how great is that for his confidence to finally put one through the post?
Now it's Patterson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing.
This nigga can't throw the fucking ball now.
Incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness,
this nigga can't throw a pass to save his fucking life.
Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
off the play fake. Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, yeah. Jones pass. Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Now look at all that room over there.
Y'all forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete.
Where's the nigga throwing the ball at?
The way that this one has gone and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
56.
And he finds his tight end.
He's throwing it high. They got to come down.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards. 1st down, a run with Cohen.
Look at this.
And
He
he's
is behind my blocker. This nigga's grabbing me through my blocker.
Sheared on the stop.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
I was trying to force my hand.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
They'll run with Montgomery. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears get a bit closer. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. This is going to be covered up by the Giants. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Not like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now it's Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. From the gun, Jones. Incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here's Jones on third down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Barkley, toss play left. Darren Lee there to get him down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Broken tackle.
I hate that they hit him.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down now, Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about
back to 500, 1-1. We got it, 1-1. We take it.
And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on.
And now here's another
this is
interception.
retarded, bro. This is retarded. These niggas can't block no fucking body.
To the 43-yard line.
God damn. He got LT.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Ain't giving me no time.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Refrigerator Perry and Devin Hester.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky
it was already on the
a
team,
fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Now Jones is hit.
Get out.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Jones off the play fake. Dancing to his left. Pass incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
That's complete left side to Shepard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without